Ladies, gentlemen, and Bengals fans still on monthly payments for their Joe Burrow jerseys? Jamar Chase didn't just sign a contract. He reprogrammed the wide receiver market. 4 years, $161 million, $112 million guaranteed. That's not a deal. That's a hostile takeover with cleats. And here's the headline. He's only 25. This isn't another guy gets paid for running routes. This is a financial event disguised as a highlight reel. It'll echo from Miami to Minnesota, through every agent's inbox, every general manager's blood pressure monitor, and at least 3 NFL accountant support groups. Before Chase reset the market, receivers were already turning football into Wall Street. Tyreek Hill took $120 million because Miami wasn't buying speed. They were buying showtime. TV appearances jumped, tickets sold out, and suddenly the Dolphins were a broadcast darling again. Then Davante Adams got $140 million from Vegas. That wasn't a fade route, it was a marketing plan. The Raiders wanted a face on the franchise, not just points on the board. Justin Jefferson's $140 million with Minnesota? That was the Vikings saying, our offense runs on him, and so does our merch line. Those deals were brand statements. Chase's, that's infrastructure. Because Chase doesn't just lift Cincinnati's brand, he is the brand. He's the stock, the commercial, the billboard, and the scoreboard, all in one. So when the Bengals dropped that $161 million, they weren't reacting to the market. They were monetizing it. Think about it. The Bengals aren't exactly known for overspending. They've built their empire on Midwestern patience and cap discipline. And yet, here they are, writing one of the biggest non-quarterback checks in league history. Why? Because the math says so. Burrow to Chase isn't just football chemistry, it's compound interest. Every yard he gains adds value to the franchise. Every highlight adds leverage in sponsorship meetings. That's not hype, that's asset growth. And the Bengals? They just decided to invest early, before the price went up again. Let's crunch some numbers before anyone screams overpay. 4 years, $161 million total. About 70% guaranteed. That's $112 million locked in tighter than playoff tickets in Cincinnati. Then there's the $42 million signing bonus up front. The kind of welcome package that makes even Bitcoin blush. And a cap hit that starts around $28 million and climbs toward $48 million by 2029. Now here's the number that'll make accountants grip their coffee tighter. 23% of the Bengals salary cap goes to receivers. League average? About 14%. That's not reckless, that's strategic obsession. Because Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase aren't just quarterback and wideout. They're a two-person economy. Every connection between them drives something. Ticket sales, sponsors, viewership, memes, you name it. So, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the most profitable bromance in Ohio. Where does Cincinnati actually make its money? Well, some of it, not most, comes locally. Tickets, parking, and those stadium beers that cost enough to make you rethink life choices. Then there's local sponsorships. Hometown brands paying just to be near that Burrow Chase magic. Last season alone, ticket sales pulled in roughly $73 million. That's not their main income stream, but it's a serious boost for a mid-market team. And when Burrow and Chase hit form, those seats don't just sell, they disappear. In fact, waiting for Bengals tickets has become a sport of its own, the off-season cardio of loyal fans. Now, let's circle back to Chase's cap hit. This year, it's around $23.5 million, and it'll jump above $41 million soon. Almost half the team's entire salary bill goes to 3 names: Burrow, Chase, and the cap specialist whose Excel file deserves hazard pay. So, what does that mean? Chase isn't just catching passes. He's catching revenue streams. Every yard he runs, every route he sells, every replay that hits primetime, that's value compounding in real time. He's not a player anymore. He's an appreciating asset that just happens to wear shoulder pads. And for the Bengals, that's the whole motto. Invest in your product, then let it play. Because this isn't just football anymore. It's brand building with touchdowns. Let's clear up one of the biggest myths in football finance: jersey sales. Fans love to say, he'll make the team's money back in shirt sales. Cute idea, wrong math. Ja'Marr Chase ranks around number 17 in NFL jersey sales. Great number, superstar level. But here's the catch. The NFL pools jersey revenue and splits it across all 32 teams. That means for every $120 Chase jersey sold, the Bengals pocket about $5 to $10. So even if he sells 100,000 jerseys, that's roughly $1 million. Respectable, but let's be real. That barely covers a month of Chase's contract. So where's the real money? It's in the experience. Paycor Stadium holds about 67,000 fans, each one paying anywhere from $1,900 to $2,200 for season seats. And that's before parking, nachos. When Burrow and Chase are healthy, demand spikes fast. A $10 to $20 ticket bump per seat adds $10 to $15 million in annual revenue. That's not hype, that's simple economics. When your stars perform, your prices follow. And that's before we even get to broadcast money, the billion-dollar buffet. Every NFL team gets roughly $432 million from national TV contracts. That's shared evenly. So whether you're a Super Bowl contender or a weekly meme, the check still clears. All right, time to talk about the Bengals' bonus round, the postseason. Playoff football is the NFL's surge pricing. A single home playoff game can pull $10 to $15 million from tickets, parking, and merch before anyone even finishes their hot dog. And the deeper you go, the richer it gets. Every extra week, Chase keeps the season alive. Local sponsors pay more to stay visible. Brands like Kroger or Fifth Third Bank will happily toss in another $1 to $2 million a year just to stay close to that Burrow-Chase glow. That's how momentum turns into marketing. Wins into wire transfers. It's not superstition, it's synergy. Now zoom out. According to Forbes, since Burrow and Chase joined forces, the Bengals' franchise value has climbed from $3 billion to over $6 billion. That's a doubling in less than half a decade. The kind of growth you expect from Silicon Valley, not the Ohio River. And sure, football isn't a stock market, but valuation is its scoreboard for ownership. Every big play Chase makes is another proof point that Cincinnati belongs in primetime. Because franchise value isn't about today's ticket money. It's about tomorrow's leverage. When the next media deal or naming rights negotiation lands on the table, that $6 billion figure speaks louder than any highlight reel. So yes, the Bengals paid Chase handsomely, but look at the return. Higher ratings, stronger sponsors, doubled valuation. That's not luck. That's business doing victory laps. All right, let's land this plane before Chase adds another zero to his bank account. Every investment carries risk, even the glittering kind that runs at 4.340. If Chase gets hurt or the Bengals stall, that $112 million guarantee doesn't vanish. It just hangs there like the world's most expensive reminder that football is a contact sport. But that's the deal with greatness. You don't rent it, you finance it. So when someone says, why pay a receiver $161 million? It's not indulgence, it's insurance. Insurance that every Sunday, Cincinnati's offense, TV exposure, and ticket prices all stay above market average. Because every Burrow to Chase touchdown isn't just 6 points. It's a 6-figure marketing campaign with better lighting. That's the hidden side of football finance. The scoreboard ends games, but the numbers off the field decide who can afford to keep winning them. So here's the takeaway. The Bengals didn't just sign a player. They acquired a brand that prints cultural relevance. Chase is the reason Cincinnati went from small market to Wall Street case study. And as long as Burrow keeps throwing and Chase keeps catching, that $161 million looks less like a risk and more like a retirement plan for everyone involved. So, ladies and gentlemen, yes, I'm saying it again. That's the true cost of Ja'Marr Chase. A deal that made accountants nervous, sponsors generous, and fans start checking jersey prices just to feel involved. Hey, if you made it to the end, you clearly appreciate the mix of touchdowns and spreadsheets. So do the smart thing. Hit subscribe. Because I'm going all in on the NFL this season. Contracts, cap hits, and all the numbers ESPN forgets to mention. And before I go, someone count how many times I said ladies and gentlemen in this video. I swear it's amortized by now.